First past the post. First past the post is one of the simplest and most widely used voting systems. In this system, voters cast their ballot for a single candidate, and the candidate with the most votes wins. This system is used in the United Kingdom, Canada, India, and many other countries. It is easy to understand and implement, often leading to a lack of proportional representation, as parties with a significant minority of votes can be underrepresented. FPTP tends to favor larger parties and can result in wasted votes, where votes for losing candidates have no impact on the outcome. Proportional representation. Proportional representation aims to allocate seats in proportion to the number of votes each party receives. There are various forms of PR, including party list PR and mixed member PR. In party list PR, voters select a party, and parties receive seats based on their share of the vote. Countries like Sweden, Israel, and Brazil use PR systems. This system ensures a more accurate reflection of the electorate's preferences and often leads to coalition governments, which can result in fragmented parliaments and less stable governments. Single transferable vote. The Single Transferable Vote, STV, is a form of proportional representation used in multi-member constituencies. Voters rank candidates in order of preference. Candidates must reach a certain quota of votes to be elected, and excess votes are transferred to voters' next preferences. STV is used in Ireland, Malta, and some local elections in the United States. This system minimizes wasted votes and allows for more voter choice and representation, though it can be complex to administer and understand. Instant-Runoff Voting. Instant-Runoff Voting, IRV, also known as ranked choice voting, is used in single-member districts. Voters rank candidates in order of preference. If no candidate receives a majority of first preference votes, the candidate with the fewest votes is eliminated, and their votes are transferred to remaining candidates based on voters' next preferences. This process continues until one candidate has a majority. IRV is used in Australia, some U.S. cities, and other jurisdictions, ensuring that the winner has broad support and reduces the need for strategic voting, making tallying more complicated. Two-round system. The two-round system, TRS, also known as runoff voting, involves 2 rounds of voting if no candidate wins an outright majority in the first round. The top 2 candidates from the first round face off in the second round. This system is used in countries like France and Brazil. TRS ensures that the winner has majority support, requiring voters to return to the polls for the second round, which can lead to voter fatigue and reduce turnout in the runoff. Mixed member proportional. Mixed member proportional, MMP, combines elements of FPTP and PR. Voters have 2 votes, one for a candidate in their local constituency and one for a party list. Constituency candidates are elected using FPTP, while party list seats are allocated proportionally based on the second vote. This system is used in Germany, New Zealand, and other countries. MMP aims to balance the need for local representation with proportional outcomes, though it can be complex and sometimes leads to overhang seats, where a party wins more constituency seats than its proportional share. Alternative vote. The alternative vote, AV, also known as preferential voting, is a ranked voting system used in single-member districts. Voters rank candidates in order of preference. If no candidate receives a majority of first preference votes, the candidate with the fewest votes is eliminated, and their votes are redistributed until one candidate achieves a majority. AV is used in Australia for House of Representatives elections. It ensures majority support for the winner and reduces negative campaigning, being more complex for voters and officials. Borda Count. The Borda Count is a ranked voting system where voters rank candidates, and points are assigned based on the position in which each voter ranks them. Candidates receive points corresponding to their rank order on each ballot, and the candidate with the highest total points wins. This system is used in some academic and organizational elections, encouraging moderate candidates who are broadly acceptable to the electorate, though it can be susceptible to tactical voting. Approval voting. In approval voting, voters can vote for as many candidates as they approve of, rather than selecting just one. The candidate with the most votes wins. This system is simple and allows voters to express support for multiple candidates, potentially reducing strategic voting. Approval voting is used in some academic and professional organizations, though it can lead to less decisive results in polarized electorates. Cumulative voting. Cumulative voting allows voters to allocate multiple votes to one or more candidates. For example, If a voter has 3 votes, they can give all 3 to one candidate, or distribute them among several candidates. This system is often used in corporate elections to give minority shareholders a better chance of representation, enhancing minority representation, requiring strategic voting, and being more complex to administer. Limited voting. Limited voting is a semi-proportional system where voters have fewer votes than the number of seats available. For instance, in a 5-seat election, voters might have only 3 votes. This system is used in some local elections and aims to provide better representation for minority groups, being simpler than some proportional systems and leading to strategic voting without guaranteeing proportionality. Block voting. Block voting is a plurality system used in multi-member constituencies. Voters have as many votes as there are seats, and they can vote for different candidates. The candidates with the most votes win. This system is used in some local elections and can lead to majority control of all seats by the leading party, reducing minority representation. Parallel voting. Parallel voting, or mixed-member majoritarian, combines FPTP and PR, but does not compensate for disproportionality in the FPTP part. Voters cast 2 ballots, one for a candidate in their constituency and one for a party list. Some seats are filled by FPTP and some by PR. This system is used in Japan and South Korea, balancing local representation with proportional representation and resulting in disproportional outcomes. Single non-transferable vote. In single non-transferable vote, SNTV, voters cast 1 vote in multi-member districts. The candidates with the most votes win the available seats. This system is used in Afghanistan and historically in Japan. SNTV allows for more representation of minority parties and can lead to vote splitting and strategic voting. D'Hondt Method. The D'Hondt Method is a highest averages method used for allocating seats in party list PR systems. It divides the number of votes each party receives by a series of divisors, 1, 2, 3, etc., to allocate seats. This method tends to favor larger parties slightly, promoting stability. It is used in many European countries and EU elections, providing proportionality and sometimes disadvantaging very small parties. Sainte-Laguë Method. The Sainte-Laguë Method is another highest averages method used in party list PR systems. It uses divisors of 1, 3, 5, etc., which slightly favors smaller parties compared to the D'Hondt Method. It aims to achieve a more proportional allocation of seats. This method is used in countries like New Zealand and Germany, helping smaller parties gain representation and leading to fragmented parliaments. Jefferson Method. The Jefferson Method, also known as the largest remainder method, is used in party list PR systems. It involves dividing the total number of votes by the number of seats and allocating seats based on whole numbers, with remaining seats distributed based on largest remainders. This method is used in some municipal elections in the United States, providing a high degree of proportionality and being complex to administer. Contingent Vote. The contingent vote is similar to IRV but involves only 2 rounds. Voters rank candidates, and if no candidate wins a majority, all but the top 2 candidates are eliminated, and the second preferences of eliminated candidates are counted. This system is used in Sri Lanka for presidential elections, ensuring majority support while being simpler than full IRV, requiring voters to understand ranking. Supplementary Vote. The supplementary vote is a simpler form of the contingent vote used in single-member elections. Voters select a first and second preference. If no candidate wins a majority, all but the top 2 are eliminated, and second preferences are counted. SV is used in London mayoral elections, being simpler than full ranking systems and ensuring broad support for the winner. Borda Elimination. Borda Elimination is a variant of the Borda Count, where candidates with the fewest points are eliminated in rounds, and points are recalculated until one candidate remains. It combines elements of ranked and elimination methods. This system can produce consensus winners and is complex to administer and understand. These major voting systems represent a range of approaches to democracy and governance, each with its strengths and weaknesses. They reflect different priorities, such as simplicity, proportionality, and majority support, influencing election outcomes and political landscapes in various ways. If you liked this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more updates. See you in the next video.